Welcome back to Predicting the NFL with Mickey G. It is now Championship Sunday, or actually the day before Championship Sunday. But that's the week of which it is. So, and as always, we need to start with the recap, which I went 3-1 in the divisional round. 5-3 now overall in the playoffs. Hopefully I'll be 7-3 after this week. Titans versus Patriots. The Titans 14, Patriots 35. The Pats wrecked. No one was surprised. The refs won. Just all the normal things about a Patriots game. So yeah. Next is the Jaguars 45, Steelers 42. Jags scored a lot. AB balled. Okay, AB just... Anyone who says that Antonio Brown is not the best wide receiver in the league right now is honestly stupid. That's all there is to it. But, the Jags won, so it was a good game. I liked it. Bortles was balling, dude. Didn't have any mistakes. Beast third down legend. Red zone legend. Nice passing touchdown to your boy Tommy Bohannon, the fullback. Beast. But, Next is the Falcons 10, Eagles 15. This is the one game that I chose incorrectly. Big bummer. It was, I picked Falcons to win because Eagles, Nick Foles, but I did not factor in the choking ability of the Falcons or the defense of the Eagles. So, yeah, it was just dumb. Next is the Saints 24, Vikings 29. This was the best game of the weekend. Very hard fought battle. Down to the wire, like literally the last 10 seconds of the game. Case Keenum proving he's the GOAT. That's all there really is to it. Great play on that final play. You gotta tackle, man. I'd rather take a penalty than, lose the game. And as always, I don't know why you don't just jump up with him, as well. So let you tackle him inbounds or it's just, come on, man. You're a professional. But what are you going to do? So that's really all there is for the recap. So let's get on to the predictions. Now, first game is Jacksonville, New England. As I said, Jags beat the Steelers. Patriots beat the Titans. And the Jags beat Beastin', my dude. They shocked the nation last week. That was pretty legendary. Yeah, everyone's like, oh, but they let up their great defense let up so many points. Yes, that is true. But there was really only one touchdown where it was like blown coverage. Both AB's touchdowns, there could have been pass interference called on the defense. They were up in his grill. They were with him the whole time. And then Le'Veon Bell's touchdown was kind of like the same thing. Like Telvin Smith knocked it out of his hands, and then he still ended up catching it. So it has nothing to do with the fact that the defense played bad. It's just that the Steelers had horrible play calling and just like the greatest offensive weapons in like all to be on one team in like NFL history. So, yeah. Brady is hurt or whatever that is. Hurt his hand or something. Rex Burkhead, what a man, cool dude. But he's gonna play. If he doesn't play, I will be extremely surprised. Because there's just no way that Brady's not going to. It makes no sense, though. You know what I mean? But then there's the refs you have to factor in. So there's that issue. And then the Jaguars are really bad notoriously against the Patriots, and they've beaten them twice, and I'm pretty sure in the AFC Championships. That's not a good stat. So that kind of things. But then there's also the fact that, really the only, like, really, really, really good player, like, outstanding, amazing person or whatever, that Brady has to throw to is Gronk. So all they have to do is really stop Gronk and then just shut down like they usually do on everyone else, and they're good. Which is why it was such an issue against the Steelers, because they have two tight ends who are beast, They have 3 wide receivers who are beast. They have running back who's a beast. Like, they just have too many weapons to, like, if they cover this guy, then there's this guy open, and they have to watch Ben so he doesn't scramble, and then, I don't know. And there's also how, like, the Jaguars, like, they don't blitz. They just rush 4, or they rush 3, or every once in a while they drop a linebacker, and then they get pressure on it just because they're really good, which is what you need to do in order to beat Brady. So there's just a whole bunch of things, and obviously I'm picking the Jaguars because I've, my boys, right? Next is Minnesota versus Philadelphia. Minnesota beat New Orleans. Philly beat Atlanta. The Saints are greater than the Falcons. Case Keenum is greater than Foles. And the Vikings D is greater than the Eagles D. And that's really all there is to it. So I believe Vikings get this dub here. Case Keenum versus Blake Bortles Super Bowl, exactly what America wants. Except for people who are bums and have no life. And they're like, oh, it's not even like worth watching it. How's that not worth watching it? It's 2 teams who have never won a Super Bowl, never been to a Super Bowl before, if I remember correctly. That's history in itself. The Vikings would be playing at their own stadium for the first time of any team in the Super Bowl ever. That's history. Blake Bortles could literally go undefeated in the playoffs. Blake Bortles undefeated in the playoffs. Beating 2 Super Bowl winning quarterbacks. How is this not what America wants? It is what America wants. Okay? Find out next week if I'm right. But I'm going to be, so it doesn't really matter. Am I right? So, yeah. Thanks for watching. Come back next week. Yeah. And, adios, my friends.